Jacob just sent me a whole file of Rachel's nudes.
No way!
You wanna see? Dude.
Oh my god. Rachel deserved this, bro. I can't believe Rachel did that to Jacob.
But like, dude, you think, Jacob didn't really have to send her nudes to though? I don't think he should have done that. But like, we got it, bro. Like, oh well.
Okay. Discussion question 1. What do you think of this situation, guys? State your reason.
So Renita, what's revenge work exactly?
Yeah, so according to the government of UK, revenge porn is the sharing of private sexual materials, either photos or videos, of another person without their consent and with the purpose of causing embarrassment or distress. The offense applies both online and offline, and to images which are shared electronically or in a more traditional way, so it includes uploading the image on the internet, sharing by text and email, or showing someone a physical or electronic image. The images are sometimes accompanied by personal information about the subject, including their full name, addresses, and links to their social media profiles.
That's honestly so scary.
Yeah, and like we can see these kind of things every day,
I feel like, yeah, especially with the world now, like it's crazy how like it's kind of like normalized, in a sense.
Yeah. And also the survey has been found that both men and women were equally likely to report being a victim of image-based abuse. So there's no like gender-based thing in this revenge porn. Like men and women are both the victims of revenge porn. So a survey also has been found that both men and women were equally likely to report a victim of image-based issue. So this is not only like it's equal to women and men, to have experience revenge porn.
But I feel like, I don't know, like when you hear rumors, it's always like women,
Yeah. Like most of cases that I know is also about women.
Yeah. So like, I heard that like based on research, it's done. The research that's done, I think 54%, right?
Yes.
Of the perpetrators are like men, and then women are less, like probably 33%, and the 13% were either like unknown or mixed group of like both and female perpetrators.
Hello?
Kelsey, I need to tell you something.
Hey, Rachel. What's wrong? You okay?
I'm honestly really embarrassed to tell you.
You can tell me anything. I'm here for you.
So,
Oh my god, just tell me. I'm here for you. For anything.
I just can't let it out. It's like in the tip of my mouth, but I can't say it somehow. Like,
Alright. Take your time. I'm here for you.
Alright. So, like, I sent, a picture to, my boyfriend, ex. We just broke up like a week ago. Like we got to a really big fight. Now it's everywhere, and I don't know what to do. I've been crying for the whole day, and I don't know who to ask help from. My mom doesn't know. My dad doesn't. But what if they find out? Like, should I tell them? Like, what do I do? Like, I don't know.
Do you want me to come over?
Oh, please do, please. I deleted my Instagram because like people were like DMing me like asking for more. Like I feel like I just feel like breaking down again, but it's like I'm running out of tears.
Okay, holy shit. I'm coming, Rachel. Okay. So I feel like this is like a form of cyberbullying, you know? Like this is an image-based abuse. Like the doer who spread the video or pictures of another person is so mean and wanted the victim to suffer from the comments and bullying of other people. So, and this can cause an extreme psychological distress.
I don't get how, like, you know, when you're in a relationship, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, you're so in love with each other.
Yeah.
And then like when you break up, it's like, nope, it's all gone. You know, like I hate you and I'm gonna post this picture in the media. Like I never got that, you know, like so you don't care about that person anymore? Like is it that bad to the point where you have to share something private? So like, you know, I mean you dated the person. Like wouldn't you kind of be embarrassed too that you're like, oh shoot, you know, like the picture is out there and I dated that person. Like what do you think? You know, it's like wouldn't you be embarrassed at the same time as the, you know, someone who shares?
Yeah, I also agree with you. Like I also don't get why people like share their access nudes or videos. Like I don't think like it's appropriate to do that, you know?
It's like you once loved that person, now like you're just ruining the other person's life.
Yeah.
Which, what?
But Tara, what do you think are the causes of revenge porn? Like what makes people share and send this kind of videos or photos to others?
I mean, just like we mentioned just now, you know, like maybe like one party feels like, oh, you know, my ex has done something wrong, and like she or he deserves to be humiliated, which is kind of
so wrong.
Too much, you know, like okay, like you guys broke up, like why can't it be that, like why can't it be like just the end of it? You know, it's like you don't have to share. And then, you know, second, sometimes perpetrators like use the images, you know, to extort money from that person and like sexual favors.
Oh my god, that's so selfish.
Exactly, like for what? You know, like okay, you horny people, you know, like yeah, I just.
Rachel, what happened? Like, how did it happen?
Where do I start? Like,
you know what? If you're not comfortable with sharing with me, it's okay. I'm just glad that I'm here for you.
Okay, so like, I wanted to go to a party with my friends.
Yeah?
I didn't even do anything there. I didn't even drink, you know? I just wanted to have fun and spend time with my friends. It's just been too long since, like, I went out from the house, you know, since I left the house.
So then?
Actually, Jacob didn't really, like, allow me to go to the party. Like, he was so mad at first. Like, he just really didn't want me to go, you know? Like, I told him not drinking, and I asked him if, like, why don't you come?
Right.
You know what he replied me? He's like, no, I have plans with the boys. You know, like, what is that? Is that a reason that I, like, is, like, you know, I asked him, is there a valid reason why I can't go? And he's like, no, you know, you just can't go. Like, I felt so controlled. Like, I just decided for once, like, I needed to make my own decision.
Right.
Like, is that so selfish of me, you know? Like, look what it caused me.
Rachel, it's not your fault, okay? And you have the rights to go. Jacob can make decisions for you, and he can't control you, you know?
That's true.
So, there are some effects that might happen after this kind of image being shared. The revenge porn have some effects. One of them is lost jobs. Like when you are involved in a revenge porn as a perpetrator or even the victim, and you're working in a company, you'll probably lose your job because you represent the company. So by involving in this kind of thing, people might judge the company you are working with as bad because they hire unprofessional people. So I think that we as human, we have to be more careful, you know.
But I feel like, you know, sometimes as a victim, it's not really their fault, you know? Like, they didn't expect for their pictures to be shared, right?
Right.
And then, because, oh, my ex spread the picture, and now I lost my job, you know, I have a bad name, and, like, you know, everything's just, like, ruined. I mean, not really totally ruined, but, like, you lose a lot of things in your life, and, like, your name is, like, bad.
Yeah, I feel like we have to be more wise in sharing or sending things because it might ruin people's life, you know.
And like I feel like as the victim, I mean, like before you become a victim, you know, like maybe think about it first, right?
Right. And the second thing that might affect you after having this revenge porn is your mental health, because it can cause serious mental health implication for victims, and victims must cope with long-term personal and psychological consequences given that the disseminated photographs or videos may continue to haunt them throughout their entire lives.
You know, there's this like based on you know, research, you know, one study found that like 1 in 10 individuals like threaten to share nude or embarrassing images of an ex online. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And like based on the causes you've like, you know, told me, like how many people are gonna like
suffer that?
Crazy. And you know, like actually 60% of the people who actually threaten to post these images, like they follow through. They do it. The problem is, like, what it means here is that these perpetrators actually threaten, like, the victims, you know? Like, oh, if you don't do this, if you don't do that, then I will be, you know, I'll share. Yeah. And, like, you know, especially, like, when it comes to intimate ex-partner or intimate, like, whatever, you know, like, ex, you know, there are more women who are likely to be victimized than men. Like, man, a man's world. You know that song?
Yeah.
That's like, we live, you know, it's like, this is a man's world. Like, it's like, you know, I've read like articles about like, you know, how like women are saying like, you know, how men find it disgusting.
Right.
In terms of like, you know, prostitutes, but in the first place, like they're the ones who like label and make the business, you know, like it's, I don't know,
I feel like it's so disgusting.
As women, you know, it's so scary, honestly, especially like with the world now, like it's getting more like scary.
Another effect that might happen because of revenge porn is like being forced to change school or have to change their names because of this, because people would cyber stalk them, so they have to change their identity, you know.
Dude, making someone's life like harder, like
Right.
You know, like you mentioned, right, there's this woman, she's divorced, you said.
Alright.
What's her name?
Giselle Anastasia. So there's this viral news that happened a few days ago in Indonesia. It's an Indonesian celebrity. Her name is Giselle Anastasia. She's a singer, and
oh, that woman with the TikTok account with
right,
the kid, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Her 19-second sex tape was leaked by some anonymous person, and it was very, very viral. And a lot of comments have been made to her daughter and her ex-husband. And even the Twitter has made Kasihan Gempi as the #1 tweet in Indonesia for 2 days in a row. So Kasihan Gempi means Kasihan means
to pity.
Yeah, to pity. And Gempi is her daughter. So people are very like they pity her daughter for having to go through this, you know.
Yeah, imagine being the daughter though.
Yeah.
Like, she's still a kid. When she grows up and she like knows what happened to the mom,
Yeah.
like what's gonna happen to her in school? Like, it's not even her fault, you know, like it's just
It's so sad. Like, I can't imagine like her friends would like
stalk
know
her
and
like,
know
you
the
know,
video and
yeah,
stuff.
search about her and like, oh, your mom had like a sex tape leaked? Like, whoa.
That would be so embarrassing.
Gosh. I feel like we just have to really take care of ourselves, you know, right? In this world, in this like crazy world now. I feel like we have to have wisdom, right? Before we start sharing anything, before we give, you know, all the fullest to like someone.
We have to know the consequences that might happen, you know, if you took those pictures and video. That's why I think that we should be more wise in what you record or take pictures of.
But what if it already happened though? Like, you know, sometimes people would just like, you know, they feel like their life's ruined and like crazy things happen to them after it happened. Like, what then?
I think that you have to talk to someone, you know, like when you go through this thing, this cyberbully, this revenge porn, it is important to build up network with your families and friends so that you trust, of course, and these people will help you and support you, you know. So I think that you have to let things out, you know, so you can feel more relief and stuff.
You know, that's so interesting. Like, I have a story, like one of my like buddies. So she actually got her sex tape leaked.
Okay.
Yeah, but you know what she did? She actually took advantage of the situation, and like, so it got leaked. But she's like, okay, all right. She's not gonna like sob over it or like, you know, go crazy about it. But she actually earned money from it. Like, she opened an OnlyFans.
Oh my god, that's like so savage to do.
Yeah.
This thing, you know.
Actually, she's making like good money, and honestly, dude, actually deep down, like she's such a nice person. But like, I just like how she handled everything. Like, you know, it's like, I know it may not be the best like solution.
Yeah.
But like, it's something, you know. Like, it's great that she was able to like move on from it.
Right.
Right.
At least it doesn't affect her mental health, you know. I
Maybe
think
it did kind of, but like, she got out. You know, it's like it seems like she got out of it.
Right.
For our second discussion leading question, we would like to ask the audience whether it is right or wrong to send your partner an intimate picture in the first place. Why or why not? So that's the end of our discussion leading video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Women going online and then discovering compromising photos of themselves that were intended to be private, but then have been posted on a very public website by ex-boyfriends. As ABC's Bianca Goladriga reports, a group of women in Texas are fighting back with a lawsuit.
I was at work actually one day and a friend of mine called.
It's the moment Holly Toops, a teacher's aide in Texas, says her life became a living hell.
She just said, you know, I overheard some people talking about a website. It's pictures, you know, explicit photos that people have posted, and she said, you're on there.
Toops found semi-nude photos she says she once sent to a former boyfriend, now posted on a porn site.
I just can't imagine why someone would do this to anyone.
Toops' pictures, along with those of dozens of other women, were on Texan.com, a so-called revenge porn site, a place where private photos, often taken innocently for a former love interest, are posted as a form of payback.
Their email addresses, phone numbers, your home address often get posted along with some of these photos.
That's what happened to Mariana Tassinger.
He eventually got me to trust him, and I did.
She says a man she had been dating for a few months posted her private photos on the same site. She says he even called her one of my exploits.
I guess I didn't know that people were that horrible.
This morning, Toops and Tassinger, along with dozens of other women, are trying to reclaim their privacy. Together, they filed a petition for damages and hope to have a class action lawsuit certified against Texan.com and its hosting company, GoDaddy.
These sites are all about public humiliation.
I don't regret speaking publicly about it, if that's what it takes to make a change.
Well, word of the issue is spreading. Sites like EndRevengePorn.com and WomenAgainstRevengePorn.com are popping up now on the internet. And at last check, the site Texan.com has been taken down. The web hosting company GoDaddy.com has not responded to our calls just yet. But I mean, it goes without saying, really be careful of the pictures you're taking.
And remember that all boyfriends become ex-boyfriends if they don't become your husband.
Exactly.
All right, thanks, Bianca.
Good save there, Amy. Okay, thanks very much.